Welcome to week 3. Let's take a quick look at the week and sort of get an overview. First of all, about the reading. Yes, I'm asking you to read chapter 6, but chapter 6 is about links, which we won't really do this week. It's a good thing to read before next week. So I would push that reading back for chapter 6 and instead perhaps read it over the weekend, because we're going to need it for week 4. And I really think it's good to read it and then review it later. But for this week, you're definitely going to use chapters 4 and 5 in particular as we really get into the basics of markup and text markup and block elements and so on. So you're going to need to review those chapters as you move along here. I hope you have sometimes have the textbook open while you're doing exercises, or just scan those chapters again. This week we'll start with a little video lecture from me on markup basics, which will involve a presentation, which is of course in the presentation folder too. I ask you do that first before you do this week's quiz. There's a quiz this week, not every week, but frequently. I didn't give you a video about the quiz because I'm not planning to do that every time. The quiz, I'm sticking at this point with the quiz structure as before, a take-home kind of quiz. I give you a PDF file. It's actually available now. And then the Dropbox is only open for a short period of time, so I want you to actually do it in a concentrated amount of time. And essentially, you have Tuesday and Wednesday to do it and to submit it. And as before, I want it to be all handwritten, whether you print it and then do it on the piece of paper, or whether you just handwrite out the answers and then submit it to me in your handwriting as an image, a photograph, or a scan. It would be an image either way, right? But not typed, handwritten. I want you to watch the markup basics first before you do the quiz. You also need to watch the markup basics before you do the AP style exercise, which includes a little tutorial video too, where I'll demo parts of it. That's the big exercise for this week. As far as an actual HTML page. And now you'll notice as we're moving into markup, we're really just doing HTML now. We're going to leave CSS behind for a while, and then we'll pick it up later on. But now your pages will just have structure, which can be somewhat unsatisfying at times because you don't have the colors and the fonts you want. But please don't let that bother you. Getting the structure down at this point is really important. And don't worry that it doesn't look as pretty as you want it to. And then I've given you the resume exercise, both parts 1 and 2, in a single handout and little demo video. This is the start of the big resume project. What it really comes down to is this week I want you to have a normal on-paper resume, except hopefully somewhat expanded, as I'll explain in the video and as I actually explained before last week too. You're going to just submit it to me as a Word document or as a PDF. And of course, I'm going to edit it and go through it and give you feedback. And then you're going to use that feedback as you move into resume part 2, which is, of course, turning it into a HTML document, which will involve a lot of headings and lists. And that's what we're going to be doing this week, a lot of headings and lists, different kinds of lists you'll be learning. That's really what a resume is, is headings and lists and a few paragraphs. And then I believe there will be a more markup basics video at the end of the week. I'll just kind of wrap up some of these markup basics and give you a little oversight into the idea of how we gather stuff up together to do special things to it in our HTML, where we group things, which is a harder concept to get. And then there's the resources for this week you will need in the AP style exercise. That's the only one. There'll be a text file and an image there for use in that. But otherwise, and then there's the presentation, which is also in there too. So that should do the week. Hope things are going well. If you're having problems or questions, please stay in touch. Remember, you can reach me on email, and then we can talk on phone or Zoom, or heck, if you're on campus, we can get together in person, socially distanced with masks on. That's better either way. So keep up the good work.